Hello there, it's Bio here from InstantOfflineGuru.com, and I just wanted to send this very quick reminder and also to show you some feedback regarding the free upcoming training on the five-step stress-free service selling system, which is a free training program that I'm offering to people across all of my service marketing private lists. Now, this is particularly recorded for the people that are in my Instant Offline Guru private subscriber lists, but this goes out to, and I have about 6 different lists, all focusing on service marketing and selling and consulting, because that's where my niche is. I really don't work with businesses that provide products that much, and even though I do it, it's a very small percentage. So this has gone out to all the people across all of my private lists because I want to make sure that I put in a program that rewards everyone who has followed me this far. Whether you've invested in my programs or not to date is neither here nor there. It's beside the point. What this is about is helping you solve the problems that you have if you fit the demographic of who this training is for, the problems with selling your services. And I'm going to reveal to you 5 steps and actually a lot more in this training program that's coming up. So this survey, I beg your pardon, was sent out in order to get feedback and to understand the things that provide challenges for those who have problems with selling their services. Now, you might be like me, that confidence is one of your challenges. It might be that you get tongue-tied when you need to talk to your most ideal clients. It might be that you're very capable of talking yourself out of what seemed like a done deal. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I've been through all of these things before. And so when I know what it's like, first of all, and when I'm in forums and I see people literally beating their chest and talking about how great they are at selling their services, I feel, dang, I wish I was that good, you know. And so what I've done is I've perfected my skills in selling services. And by the way, I'm not a spring chicken when it comes to selling services, because as some of you will know, I've been involved in service selling consultancy since the year 1995. But working with local businesses is a different kettle of fish. And so I had to relearn certain things. I had to drop certain things in terms of my approach and what I believed I knew. And based on that, I've taught hundreds of people these various methods, marketing methods, selling methods, because marketing and selling is what's going to make you rich. It's not the doing of what you know. You can be the best website business owner, website developer. You could be the best copywriter. You could be the best fill in the blanks. It doesn't matter for Jack. It doesn't mean anything at all if you cannot market and you cannot sell your services. So that's what this survey is about. It's about opening the doors to invite you in to partner with me on a free, absolutely, I take that back, on a no-cost training program on 5 steps to selling your services successfully to local businesses. Now, if you're looking for quick fixes, gadgets, gizmos, scripts and all that, forget it. You're not going to get that here. What I'm going to show you is what allows me to have a core revenue stream of $150,000. See, notice I'm not talking about millions, but $150,000 a year from my core offline marketing consulting business. Okay, that's, and I've revealed that to you because I want you to know this is possible. On top of that, there are other things, and some of those things people talk about them within this survey, things like coaching. So not only do I have a business arm that coaches offline marketing consultants, I have a business arm called Fast Growth Coaching, where I coach professionals, solo entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and service professionals on how they can take their knowledge and create their own coaching programs as well. So when you hear people talking about results and other things, you may not be hearing the full story, but I want you to know that the full story about what I'm going to be covering with you is what I do in order to market and sell my core offerings. That brings me nothing less than $150,000 from the business I consider to be my local business consulting service. So if you haven't registered, at the end of this presentation, you will see the link for you to actually register and take this short survey. It's only about 5 questions. That's all. It'll take less than a minute. Okay. That's if selling your services is one of your challenges. And I guarantee that you'll come away being a lot wiser. And like me, you may not still be, you may never ever get comfortable with selling, but you won't fear selling. That is one thing I can tell you. So you'll have the link at the end of this presentation. This presentation is to show you the feedback, what challenges people are facing, and what they've told me they would like to see covered. That's what I want to cover with you right now. The page and the invitation closes at 12 midnight today, Friday the 24th of September. It may be up until the morning if I'm just too lazy to take the page down tonight before I go to bed, but I guarantee that on the 25th, if you arrive at the survey page or if you follow any of the links, the survey will be gone, and the only way that you may have access to this training at some point in the future is if you invest in the commercial program. But I want to offer it to you free if service selling is one of your challenges, okay, like it has been for me when I flipped to local business consulting in early 2008. But it's no longer a problem because there are ways you can do it ethically and cleanly that makes it easy for you to consume, for you to do. So here's the first question I asked, and I won't run through all the responses. The question I want you to tell me is, what do you want me to teach you about for free to take yourself from being a total unknown quantity to getting highly qualified clients for the services that you offer? So there has to be something, what's the one thing you would like to know? And you can see all the responses that have come from people here, and these are from real people. So this isn't like fake testimonials and that sort of stuff. This is real feedback. Now, I can't guarantee that I'll answer all these questions, but I will see how much of this I can consider in the responses in the package that I pull together and the training course itself. So let's look at the next question that I asked and the feedback we got. So the second question is, what stresses you out when you think about getting clients or going through the sales cycle for offering your services? And again, brilliant feedback here. I say brilliant because I can relate to a lot of these questions, these responses. Like we have, for instance, number 7, trying to keep things simple. I, by nature, complicate things. Welcome to the club, buddy. You must be my blood brother. Rejection, number 10 says rejection and approaching. These are the things that I want to hear. These are things that no script, no silver bullet is going to solve for you, but there are ways to get around this. So this is what I believe in. I believe in the human aspect of what we're doing, because everything we do is about people. It's about our clients, but it's also about us, our approach, our mindset, and our systems. So let's look at some more here. What do we have? We have getting larger clients, talking to the clients, making sure I have right answers. And someone said nothing. Well, that's really not a smart answer, and that may be one of the problems why whoever left that question, with all due respect, is struggling to get clients. If there's nothing, you leave it blank. But anyway, let's move on from there. That's just my honest opinion, and just so you know, I'm fairly blunt in my, not rude, but fairly factual and blunt. If I'm coaching someone or I'm training someone and I don't believe they're pulling their weight, I will let you know. I will hold you accountable. That is what people pay me to do, okay, not to sugarcoat things. You see cold calling, number 18. You see cold calling under number 16. Well, let me tell you right now, you should not be cold calling. Cold calling is inefficient, it's ineffective. If you want a cold call, if you feel that it's part of your business model, because I don't know what your business model is like, give it to outsourcers. You, as a business owner, should not be cold calling unless there is no other way that you can reach that particular client. That is the only condition under which you should cold call. Okay, and I've let out a little secret to you there, but that's a fact. Okay, let's look at some more responses to the other questions very quickly. So the third question I asked was that, in your mind's eye, what would be your ideal outcome after going through this kick-ass free training? What would you know how to do? What problems will be solved? How would things be better for you from here on? And the responses here are, some of them are pretty inspiring. How to build a mailing list and have a ready system, not to get rich crap, but a real system win-win. That is someone speaking from the heart, and that is what I like. This tells me that this person is serious about their business. I would like to, number 3 says, I would have the knowledge, confidence and resources to selling offline services to interested business owner. Another great response, because they said they will have the knowledge, confidence and resources. Knowledge, so you got to know what you're doing. Confidence, so you can come across as confident and it carries across to your ideal clients. And resources, without resources nothing's going to happen. And then the last bit that they mentioned there is to interested business owners. The mistake a lot of people make is they're trying to sell to people who aren't interested, who don't give a toss about what they have to offer. And that's where selling becomes a bit of a challenge. Okay, I want to build 7K plus per week, pretty ambitious, depends on your business model. The problem of generating clients is one that I need to solve ASAP. At the end of this training, I'd like to know 3 ways to get clients. I'll be showing you that. Okay, so some great responses there as well. Let's look at even more. Number 17 says confidence in knowing what, how, and why. What, how, why, and when to do all that needs to be done to complete a service to the customer satisfaction and beyond. Well, you see, that's talking about the delivery side of things. And I said delivery isn't your biggest headache. It's actually your marketing and selling you need to get good at and get proficient at. So again, I'll be looking at all these responses. If you haven't responded yet, get your response in there and make sure that you're registered to attend this free session. That is the only thing that you need to do. And I'll give you the details for where you need to go and register at the end of this presentation. So hope to see you on the course, and good luck and God bless till then.